Maybe this is... Welcome to Burnie, Emu Park. We're about to start our men's Division 1 match between Burnie and Devonport. But firstly, I'm going to introduce to you Vanessa Davies, president of the Burnie Rugby Club. She's just got a few words to say regarding their sponsors.
Thanks, everyone. Welcome to Burnie Park, Emu Park, I should say, in Burnie. We had our Sponsors Day today, and I'm just going to take the time to thank our sponsors for all their generosity and support throughout this year. So we would like to thank our club sponsors, Townhouse Hotel, Costa Group, Owen Pacific Workforce, Roger Gench, NWS Hi-Fi, YFCC Buses, and of course Burnie City Council with Teeny Brumby and Giovanna Simpson. Thank you very much for your sponsorship of our club. And we have some player sponsors we would like to thank as well. Bentley AI Services, The Deck from Lynn and Krusty, Enviro Dog Grooming Services, Brett Bentley, Paul Taylor, Stephen Clark, Paul Smith, Adam Pandelis, Robbie Taylor, Brad Vanderdrift, David Weldon, Darren Eggers and Melissa Cool. Thank you so much for sponsoring our players. They wouldn't be able to play if it wasn't for your support. Thank you.
I wonder if Brad Vanderdrift sponsors himself. All right, let's get into it today. We've got the teams just having their final huddles before they get in, and I might just whip through the team lists while we're here. So having a look at Burnie, pretty much at full strength are the Emus. Pretty impressive looking side here. Lamita, Ali, Vasilao, Bentley, Moala, Kavaka, Vanderdrift and Lehau in the forwards there. And Griffiths, Foliaki, Alofi, Okuzi, Dean Wallace, Wasi, Halasima and Penny Villa playing at fullback with a reserve bench. And just taking a look at the Bulls there as well. So good looking team. Game's away. We'll come back to the Bulls a little bit later. And the Bulls with the ball, 10 metres inside their half. O'Keefe taken down, didn't really make the gain line. Josh Gold pushes it out wide. An advantage here, offside. And Devonport come away with the penalty. And Luke Bryan kicking duties. Moved, I think he's playing in the front row today. Luke Bryan certainly named there, and he's been playing a mixture of places. We did see him earlier in the year playing out at fly half, I think against Taruna, where he did a pretty good job out there. In that game that the Bulls just lost by a point, he even had kicking duties. Be interesting to see who does that today. May well see Luke doing that. Beautiful line out throw taken by Haney, and away we go. Connell Kelly Gives it to the big fella, Luke Spring, who gets him on the front foot. New player, new name at least for me, playing out in inside centre in the number 12 out there for the Bulls, Jimmy Donald. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits into that line. I haven't seen him out here as yet this year. Lamita getting up quickly on the outside. Facilau getting up quickly on the outside in the number 1 for Burnie. And we've got more penalty advantage. So the Bulls just persisting here. And Dean Wallace there in the number 4 for Burnie, having, I guess, defected, for want of a better word, from the Bulls. Getting up and putting some pressure on. But the penalty advantage was there. And the ball's going to come all the way back. And Brian will have another kick. While he does that, let's have a quick look at that team. I apologise for some of the autocorrect spelling errors on here. I have no idea how that happened in our copying and pasting, but Reese Araroa and Fewey Harris, I do apologise. Sam Tabua playing on the wing this week. And the ball comes over. Taken by Devonport. And Donald gets crunched with his head over the ball. Gets back to his feet though. No one held him. Now Gold looks back to this short side. Some good, solid contact by the Emus in defence. Slow ball out there. And Connell Kelly gets wrapped up. Gets to ground though, and they're 15 out. Tabua plays some good rugby, and Burnie another offside. So suffering from ill discipline early, and just keep giving the Bulls every opportunity to keep marching closer to the Burnie try line. Nipper Hayes having a run. Again, met out there by Facilau. And Connell Kelly can't catch that one, but again, we'll come back with a penalty advantage.
Great work, Sammy. Good work, Nipper. Keep it going. Good take, guys. Good take. Keep that going. Keep running up here.
Okay, kick goes to the line, and Nipper Hayes will take the line out throw here. Haney jumping at the back there. Camden Churchill goes a bit early. See them lift Vanderdrift at the front to compete, and they decide to go to the back. Haney loses it. And it's taken out there by Calvaca. And Burnie now have turned it over. And they will look to clear it out of here. It's a Penny Villa in the white boots there, just off the right of your screen with the ball now. Looks for the kick, finds the grass out wide. Josh Gold's back there though. Wearing the number 10, but playing at halfback. And he runs around the first defender and makes his way into Burnie's half. Brian, good running forward by him. They go to O'Keefe with a long pass out, finds Donald. Attracts some attention from Sonny Foliaki. Now Tom Curtis. He'd love to get his hands on the ball early, Curtis. He's a storming runner off the ruck. And a good hit up there by Camden Churchill. Nice ball from O'Keefe. And the Bulls are looking good. Another well-timed run there from Haney. The support's got to get there, though. They do. Nearly stolen. And O'Keefe now. First contact, and then turns and stays on his feet. Gold, Connell Kelly. Donald looks for Spring. Gains a big tackling out there. They want to hold him up, but they can't. And another advantage to the Bulls. Burnie's discipline is going to be letting them down. High tackle this time. 6 minutes in. I think that's the 4th penalty. And the Bulls, opportunity here to maybe take 3 points. All right. Brian will kick for touch. All right, line out from Devonport. Won by Burnie. It's over the line. Taken back, though. We'll see a 5-metre scrum. No. Ball was taken back by Burnie in goal. Should be a 5-metre scrum. Maybe it was knocked on. And now Tanti drops it. So disappointment there. The kick wasn't great. Straight to him, and he's dropped it cold. Mel, could you ask them to not play the music, please? We can't have it on because it'll kill our stream. Thanks. Sorry, just competing with Burnie players and some music being played on the sideline there. We don't want to have our stream shut down because of that. Apologies for the delay there. And away we go. Burnie, first opportunity with the ball, and Foliaki bumbles it. Pass way above his head, and he can't take that one. Drops it, and first opportunity they have, they hand the ball back, and Devonport, another attacking opportunity. So, just ball put in by Gold. Good drive from Burnie. Looks like Gold's managed to fish it out on the other side, though, and knocked on. So great scrummaging there by Burnie. They'll have another shot here. Ooh. All right. So have Burnie been able to just slow this game down enough here to take a bit of the wind out of the Bulls' sails? First 5 or 6 minutes, it was all the Bulls, and they weren't able to get down and score. Burnie now looking around to the blind for Via. Taken by Burnie off the back of the scrum, driving forward. Via now with the ball in his hands. Joined Burnie late in the season. And the ball now coming high again. Just need to keep these passes down. Bentley coming out of first receiver, dishes it out wide to Dean Wallace. Shrugs off the tackle of Young. They can't get past Spring and Churchill. Now Burnie approaching the halfway line. Pass not good, doesn't find contact, and eventually into the hands of Ali Lamita. We got offside play, and they're all over the offsides today. Burnie 3 times pinned for offside on the way down with the ball with the Bulls. And Burnie coach Brett Bentley looks for Penny Via to kick to touch. I don't think he's made it though. And Josh Gold will take it. just keeps in field. Gives it out to Churchill, who shanks a ball downfield but makes touch. And the line out will be there for Burnie. Very noisy Devonport bench today, right in front of us. Throw coming. Can't dummy the throw, so they're going to be losing that one. And Fisilao doesn't get the throw right. And the Bulls will look for the tap. Josh Gold gives it off. Oh, solid hit there. Great contact between Tabua and that man whose name I've said a lot of times already in the number 1 for Burnie, Fisilao. And there he goes in with a big shot on Sam O'Keefe, but Sam rides it and rolls off. Not a lot of arms in that one. And the Bulls now need to be released. Tom Curtis with his knees on the ground. Some nice hands. Good footwork out there from Jamie Tanti, but he loses it. And eventually comes back, and Burnie will have a scrum. So nil apiece, and we're looking at a closely competed game. Burnie have just looked a little bit shaky. Combinations maybe not so good. Villa was listed a fullback, but he's currently playing out of inside centre. Burnie back line from fly half with Foliaki, Villa and Wallace in the inside combinations, with Accusey sitting there in at fullback. Ball now comes. Foliaki takes it to the line. A little switch for Villa. They read that nicely. Donald takes him around the ankles, but the quick ball comes out. Foliaki's there. He's got space on the outside. Accusey now is a dangerous runner. Great defence out there, though. Matthew Young getting up and shutting that down. Now the ball comes to Bentley. Dishes it off. Finds Moala, who goes for a big run, but another one around the ankles. This time from Donald. It's defended well so far. And Spring in there, not rolling away for Devonport. Sees another penalty the way of the Emus. And Bentley's going to kick it this time. He entrusted Villa with the kick last time. And Villa didn't make touch, so Bentley says, I'll do it this time. Thank you. And makes that safely. Gets inside Devonport's 22. Okay, line out throw to come. Last time was a bit of a schmozzle. They want to hit his target this time, and he does. And they go to Maul here. Now taken off the back by Vanderdrift. They're all over him. Their hands on the ground there from the Devonport players. But they get out of the way, and Burnie win it back. Griffiths goes wide. Foliaki, dummy switch there, finds some room outside, and then the pass intercepted out on that wing Batavudi, I think, out there is on the field for Devonport, not originally listed in their starting side. And they've gone a quick tap, and I think Moala pulls up short. And Burnie now driving close to the line. Very close. Advantage here, another penalty. So both teams disciplined, poor. And Brett Bentley goes through the big dummy in two hands. And the first try of the day goes to the home side, the Emus, who will be hungry to beat this Devonport side. I've heard that it's been a long time since they've had a win over them. So they'll be happy to be on the board with that try. And came from the hands of their canny coach, Brett Bentley. Kick's good. Emus go up, 7-0. And the ball kicked back to the middle has actually hit the referee in the back of the head. It's not good. It's always nasty when you cop one in the back of the head without any warning whatsoever. Totally unaware of it coming. Bit of a clock stop here. Sam O'Keefe will return at the kickoff. And we're away. He goes very high, and it's a great kick. Luke Spring gets under it, but knocks it forward. Eventually it rolls back. And ball on the floor. I think the referee has his arm out the wrong way there. That was definitely knocked on by Luke Spring. Maybe a little bit reeling still from that ball to the back of the head. He is holding his head. No, I have no idea how that became a Devonport ball. It was knocked forward by Spring, I thought. Maybe it was off a Burnie hand first. And ball in. Great drive from Burnie again, but Devonport hold up this time. Connell Kelly runs across field, gives it to Spring, who meets a solid wall. O'Keefe now coming in. Knocks off Moala. Goes to ground. Tabua has been busy. Playing on that far wing. May not be playing on the wing actually, Tabua. Maybe playing second row. Connell Kelly chips one in. Halasima gets in there and takes it outside the 22. Can't call for the fair catch. And his team gets back around him. And Griffith is going to maybe look to clear this one. He's got Lamita to his right, who wants it. He's going to go back to Villa. Villa, plenty of time, kicks it but won't find touch. And Josh Gold's back there again. He's got Tanti out here. Here we go. Always tough to beat. And Foliaki just gets his ankle and trips him. And all over that one, Burnie. So the penalty comes. Jamie Tanti holding on, and Brett Bentley wants to look for the quick tap. Nah. Just make sure he's keeping Devonport on their toes. Throw comes in, lost by Bentley forward, and Devonport recover. I'll get a free shot here. Ball over the head of Badavudi. And Connell Kelly kicks, and he'll find touch about 25 metres out. Right, another line out throw here. Big run here, Burnie. Pardon me. Haney getting in the way at the back there. Bentley with a chip behind. No one out there, but Josh Gold's covering that sweeping position. Dummies to Tanti now. He's got no one with him, but they fall away. And Halasima puts the pressure on Tanti, who flings the pass away. Covered by Donald, whose feet are very close to the line, but manages to stay in. And now Hayes, with his head down, cops a very solid hit. And Penny Villa coming in. And maybe high contact there on Nipper Hayes from Penny Villa. Just this one right here. Oh, there wasn't really any high contact there. Maybe this second one. That one possibly the issue. And he has received a yellow card. So Burnie with the first one to sit on the bench today. And the kick will come. Devonport looking now to get into Burnie's half and put some points on the board. Hayes with the throw. Lineout's been good so far from Devonport. Finds Haney. Push it wide. Donald going wide. Badavudi finding space. He's got some speed out there. And eventually ducks around, but loses it. And raked down the field. A huge kick. Picked up by Accusey, fends off one, he's away, and Benjamin Accusey, he's under pressure, finds his teammate out there in Talanda Alofi, and he's over. And that is a great try out there to the Emus. Just see the pass. Always good to be scoring when we'll Donald, see whose feet are very close to the line, but manages to stay in. And now Hayes, with his head down, cops a very solid hit. And Penny Villa coming in. Gets inside Devonport's 22. So that just trying to sort out replays. Apologies. Kick comes and goes across the face, but about to say it's a very good opportunity for a team to score a try when they've got one off the field and they're a man down. So Burnie with 14 have hit back there. Speedy work and some good hands out there, but that bouncing ball off that kick from Foliaki was not helpful for the Bulls getting back and fell into the hands of Accusey, who ripped through, nearly scored it himself. Ball there taken by Burnie. Tunga Ali, and Going to see, though. Knocked on, I think, in the breakdown there. And Devonport attacking scrum. Their inside backs combinations haven't really proved very damaging as yet. Burnie defensive line has covered pretty well. Interesting too here with Penny Villa off the field with a yellow card. We've got Sione Lehau has come off the scrum and he's defending out in the back line. He's been good so far. Connell Kelly gets the ball away and eventually loses it. And cleaned up by Wallace, who runs back inside his own 22. Roosts the ball up in the air and it goes way over the other side. But the referee says no advantage and will come back for the knock on. So more woes in there. Connell Kelly running across the field. The dummy was all right, but then he tried to shovel a pass. Wasn't successful. Just not quite clicking in the Devonport back line. Griffiths with the put in. And it was not a good one. So the tap comes for Devonport. They'll like this situation. Goal to O'Keefe. He runs into contact and gets away from it and rolls forward. Bit of a high one there. High shot over the shoulder of Sam Tabua. So penalty advantage and nearly intercepted by Wasi Halasima. Can't get it though. And we're going to have a look here at Kalvaka with the high tackle over the shoulder. Just getting a warning, I would suspect. But with one on the naughty chair for high tackles already, Burnie don't want to have any more out there. So discipline's going to be the thing for the Emus. And Devonport will have a line out. 10 metres out. Goes to Haney. It's a wonky one, but he manages to take it, and they take that to the maul. We don't see this a whole heap in our Tasmanian Rugby Union. The team with the line out going to a maul. I think O'Keefe there basically removed his bind and went the other direction. Could have found himself actually in that truck and trailer effect with his teammates. But the penalty advantage is here. Now Gold goes wide. Connell Kelly running across field again. And again, just looking for a really low percentage pass. And we'll come back over. And there'll be a penalty to Bulls. And assistant referee having something to say. And looks like there'll be another yellow card here. Perhaps a warning after the last one for too many penalties. So disappointing. And again, discipline problems for Burnie. Now, 2 yellow cards. And the Bulls will be looking to score from here with a 2-man overlap. Are they able to make the most of having 2 men up? Got a lot of space out wide. I want to draw the forwards in for Burnie and then hopefully use that width. And the ball goes to Haney again, and they go to, there's no maul, so he drives forward and then has Brett Bentley take him to ground. O'Keefe driving close. Burnie hold him up. And Tabua goes the other way. Oh, he's very close, but he lays it back nicely. And Ali Lamita unhappy about something. Luke Spring very close. Taken over the shoulder by Wallace, so the penalty advantage will come. And they need to be careful, Burnie. They could have another one off the field. And great drive there from the Bulls. So going close now. The big line out. Camden Churchill goes the other way though. And Curtis. Tabu is in there. Goes close. Pulled away. But gets it back. They should go numbers this way. Oh, and Badavudi drops it. And they're going to come back for a penalty against Burnie from earlier. Not sure what the number two number 2 fingers held up by the referee refer to, but Josh Gold goes the quick one, and Sam O'Keefe fancies himself a try from there. They're going to hold him up over. No, he's got it down. No, oh, there's hands under it. I couldn't see it. He probably had a second roll. I'm not sure if the referee had any vision on that. I think we'll go back and have a look at the replay. Just have a look. Certainly, I think Sam's looks pretty good from here. He's over the line now, and he rolls, and you can see the ball underneath him. Yeah, there's a hand under it, but I think the ball's touching the ground. If anyone wants to go back and take closer looks at that later on, they'll have every opportunity to do that with plenty of replay chances. And the Bulls finally, with a 2-man advantage on the field, get some points on the board in the last 10 minutes of this first half. Luke Bryan will take the kick. And he misses, so 12-5. Converted try in it. Quick look at the scores around the grounds today. We've got 4 matches as usual. Burnie here 12-5. Glenorchy are playing Launceston down at Edie Street. Home game for the Stags. They haven't scored yet though, and Launceston sitting on 17. So a few tries being scored there. At Hutchins War Memorial Oval for the Hobart Hutchins Lions' first home game of the year. Takes to round 7 to get a home game for them. They are playing against Harlequins, and it's a close one. The Lions are up 7-5, and at Rugby Park, Taroona with a home game against University. And that one is not a close one. Taroona 40, University 0. Back at the ground here. Kickoff has come from Burnie, and the Bulls have taken it securely and are now going to look to exit their half. Some solid hits out there by Burnie, but Devonport just remaining composed. Sam O'Keefe leading the way. A lot of carries from Sam. Scored that try. That ball goes to no one though. Connell Kelly caught way behind the gain line. And Vanderdrift tries to get that ball, but all he succeeds in doing is actually grabbing hold of Connell Kelly. Josh Gold chips it down. Accusey takes it, and he's going to look for some space out wide. Well, he can run all the way across the field like that and find some numbers. And eventually Dean Wallace, way out on that wing, gets it. Camden Churchill and Ruben Haney won't have a bar of it though, and shut him down. And Haney caught offside, gets up and is on the wrong side of that ruck. And the penalty, Burnie opt for a scrum. Now, Penny Via may be back on the field. I believe he is. So, Burnie back to 14 men. And they've got a scrum. Ball comes out, Foliaki takes it to the line and finds Villa fresh back from his 10-minute rest. And they come really wide. Lee Howe in the number 21, wrapping around, taking that ball, but doesn't make a lot of space. And eventually they get the ball into the hands of Halasima, who causes some problems and gets a nice offload and finds Lamita. Managed to get the ball away, dishes it off to Villa, runs into Badavudi, but obstruction out there from the Emus. And we'll see that on the replay. It's a nice little offload here to find Lamita. He couldn't find the line. And the kick for touch in the background makes it, but just here. It's the penalty against the Emus. And the line out will come through the trusty throw of Nipper Hayes. Finds Churchill and Connell Kelly again just running across field. Lucky not to make a full pass there. Spring dodges the tackle of Foliaki but taken down. And Connell Kelly takes it to the line under pressure. It's stripped from him. And finds Tanti, who's going to be held up here. They've held him up above ground. Will end up, taken there as well, stolen. So Moala comes in for the Emus. And wide, huge pass, and they've got big numbers out here. Have a look at this. Ale out wide, dishes it off, and he finds his teammate in Alofi, and Alofi scores again. Bloodied nose of Tom Curtis there in front of us. But excellent work. There was some talk out there. Griffith with that big looping pass. And we're coming back. For a forward pass, apparently. Oh, we're not going to get that on the replay. I'm too busy being wrapped up in the try to realise all that excitement. And no try. Gee, it was be interested to check the replay later on that one. It certainly didn't look so bad from here, but I don't have the best angle. All right. The Bulls need to get out of here. Down by a converted try. Curtis gets away from Lee Howe. Makes another 15 metres. Great running from the big number 8 from the Bulls. And O'Keefe with another run. Stolen. And can't see the ball, but it looks like the Emus have it. And they're looking to the right for numbers. No one deep in there, so Foliaki chips, and in the end he finds touch. No, he finds it on the full. The option was good there from Foliaki. You could see Tanti was playing midfield and the winger was up. It's a really good opportunity, but just not quite right. Referee having a conversation with Brett Bentley and Brad Vanderdrift, questioning something. Oh, it's half time. What's going on? So, an entertaining half of rugby there with Burnie with 2 yellow cards, but still managed to stay out on top. A very good try by Sam O'Keefe, who's been excellent for the Bulls. But the speedy running on the outside of Burnie is causing some problems. I'd say Devonport have some issues with their back line. Combinations there not quite working. There was one good run from Luke Spring breaking a tackle, but easily taken by the cover defence. And Hudson Connell Kelly really looks out of sorts today. Every time he gets the ball, he's running across field, and he's just not able to put his 2 centres onto any sort of forward motion at all. So need to work something out there, the Bulls. But we'll take a break and be back with you after the halftime break for the players. Devonport's 22. Okay, line out throw to come. Last time was a bit of a schmozzle. We want to hit down. Cops a very solid hit. And Penny Villa coming in. And maybe high contact there on Nipper Hayes from Penny Villa. Not sure what the number two number two fingers held up by the referee referred to, but Josh Gold goes the quick one, and Sam O'Keefe fancies himself a try from there. They're going to hold him up over. No, he's got it down. No, there's hands under it. I couldn't see it. He probably had a second roll. I'm not. And no rest for the wicket here. Very quick restart there. Didn't seem to be a very long halftime break. Players are all ready though, but we've had a problem there, and so we're going to have a scrum to Burnie. Looks like Burnie have got their full contingency back on the field as well. And great drive there in the scrum from the Bulls, but they managed to get that ball out. Villa hangs onto it. Dummies. Hangs onto it himself. Look for the pass, but support wasn't there, and so he catches his own pass, and now the Emus recover. And that man Moala has been good, but he loses it. And it's turned over now. Sam Tabua, solid hit. You can hear that. And it was a good work. Lost his feet there. He did Burnie, so couldn't make the steal. And O'Keefe, yet another carry. It's been stolen from him, though. I don't know if there was a release there. And another penalty against Burnie. Certainly been a lot of them. And the kick. Oh, nearly taken there by Accusey. Could have stolen that with a better catch, but he doesn't. And we'll see the ball into touch. And the Bulls will have the throw. What have they got out here in this back line, the Bulls? It's really been really not clicked so far today, these three. Tom Curtis. Good pressure out there from Kalvaka for Burnie, but he can't get it. And again, we see a messy breakdown, but the Bulls get that ball. And a good run there from Hunter Cross. Tabua into contact, Lamita. And Ale. O'Keefe this time, running into Bentley. Shoves him off, and they go wide quickly. This time, Donald has a bit of a run, but makes no further than the two opposition centres. Drives forward nicely, though. Vanderdrift gets up, puts the pressure on Hayes. Supports there. And Churchill spins out of the tackle. And the Bulls now maintaining this. Is what they did at the start of the start of the match. First 10 minutes, they applied a lot of pressure to Burnie. Burnie soaked it up, even though they gave away a lot of penalties. And eventually the Bulls came away empty-handed. They're looking good here, the Bulls. Wide pass, though, not looking good. And finds Donald. Fends off one, fends off two, and then eventually hits some heavier traffic. Runs into some clutter. And O'Keefe absolutely hammered there. He'll get back to his feet. Connell Kelly, he's got some speed. He needed to pass. He bounces off and eventually tries to find Tandy, who knocks it on. Connell Kelly, though, oh, that was a great run from him. He put on the afterburners. And he had two players on his outside and he held it himself. They're going to come back for, I think tapping there looks like an illegal or dangerous tackle from Burnie earlier on. I think that was on Moala maybe. Just got the wrong shoulder up and didn't try and wrap. Now Devonport getting close. Not rolling away there, Burnie. Josh Gold almost held up maybe by Foliaki close to the line. Ball's going to come to the back there. Sam Tabua's been everywhere. Unable to break that line, though. And they try again. Nobody there for Josh Gold. I think he saw Tom Curtis just behind him and thought, oh, he'll be there. But that pass went to no one. And penalty against the Emus. Again. No more. Too many. Some subs here too for the Bulls. Camden Churchill coming for a break. I think Hunter Cross coming for a break. John O'Davis on the field. And who else is wearing a clean jersey? Didn't quite catch who it was. May have been Oliver Crawford. Anyway, there he is. Ball comes out. Donald gets through, and the Bulls are over. There he is, Jimmy Donald.
Jerry, is it his first game?
Jimmy Donald, first game since the Broughton Cup. Just got the word there, the nod from Jerry Scott, the coach, and he'll be happy with that one. You happy with that one? Happy with that one? I think I saw him smile, actually. That's the first time that anyone has seen Jerry Scott smile during a rugby game. Normally saves them for after the game. So the Bulls, they came away with it there. As I called that, they needed points in this first one. The Emus held them out in the first half, but not this time. And if this kick's good, we're going to see a tied ball game. Brian taking his time. It's going to shy out to the white there, out to the right, and no good. So substitutions may come again for the Bulls, but that one immediately had some positive ramifications with Ollie Crawford getting his hands on that ball in that passage, dishing it out quickly, drawing some defenders and allowing that space out wide for Jimmy Donald to score, and he did well through traffic. We're waiting for a ball. Again, it's a rugby ground and we haven't got any rugby balls. There comes one. Referee stepping well out of the way of that ball that time. And Villa with the kick. So the Bulls down by 2. It's a high one. Goes fairly long. Who wants it? Davis. He was good when we last saw him. And he hasn't played here a lot, so this may be his third game for the Bulls. Maybe his second. Tabua. Scrapping his way to the ground. Gold to O'Keefe. He goes wider. To Brian. And that one's forward. Referee right on the spot of that one. Didn't look good to me. And Burnie will have an attacking scrum. All right, here we go. Burnie attacking scrum. Ball comes out deep. Foliaki, dummies. Dummies again, and the big wrap. That pass not so good, but bounces nicely to Wallace, playing right out there wide on the wing now. They don't really make a lot. Well, they probably made 10 metres out of that move and shifted it all the way to the other side of the field. Ball comes in quickly. Dishes it off, and Lamita makes a couple of metres until he hits a wall of green. And now they come Villa with the ball in contact. Low and high, great tackling there from the Bulls. Bulls not happy with the work at the ruck there from the Emus. Now they go wide again. Nice running out there by big number 8 for the Emus, Sione Lehau. Now Bentley takes it to the line, doesn't give it out wide. Meets a rock of defenders. And then they go left. Foliaki gives it off again. Lehau dishes it out. Pass uncertain who that was going to go to, and it ends up behind the Burnie players and knocked on. So good non-panicking defence there. Oh, Ollie Crawford! Oh! I had flashes back to the Devonport Grand Final win of a couple of years ago against Launceston, where Crawford leapt on a kick like that and ran all the way and scored a try. And that time he wasn't able to get to it. But in the end, it's been kicked probably without a good intention there. And now we're in trouble. Oh, nice tackle. Jamie Tanti coming across, puts a great shot on Sione Tongatea, and he drops it. So nice defence there from the Bulls. It's a good kick through. Well, look at this kick from Tabua. It wasn't great. Just sort of aimless, really, and taken by Wallace. He dished it off. Foliaki with a nice run. And here we go. This pass needed to happen earlier, and he lost it. Great work from Tanti. Great work from our slow motion replay. Go Marcus. And the Bulls here with a scrum deep in defence, but at least they've got an opportunity to exit here, and we see Reese Araroa come onto the field into that front row. Sam Tabor has come from the field. Solid hit out today from Sam. And the ball now comes. Connell Kelly. Oh, he gets the barrel on. It's a nice looking kick. These sideline players need to stay away from the ball down there. They really need to get out of there and let the players play it. Particularly officials for Devonport. Shouldn't be interfering. Line out throw. Not being overly convincing have the Emus up there, but that one was good. Floating pass. Foliaki takes it. He takes it to the line, puts his team on the front foot, but pass goes to ground. It's backwards. And here we go. Oh, hold on to it again. So a couple of drop balls from these Emus backs, but they're catching their own. Viard passes to no one and then eventually knocked on. Lots of activity, very dynamic movements out in that back line for Burnie, but passes ill-directed. And we see Burnie hand that ball back to Devonport. Bulls struggling to get it out of this defensive end though. Ball eventually going to make its way into this scrum. Good work by the Bulls. Comes to Connell Kelly. He goes behind to Tanti. There's plenty of defenders there, and he steps through a couple, as usual. And they get out of the way. Nice run, and eventually, finally, Bulls have got into Burnie's half. And there was no kicking there. Ball's gone backwards, though. Fallen on by the Bulls, and they're now back inside their own half, just. Somebody wants it. Davis. Bit of a pod coming around this side. O'Keefe, Hayes and Crawford together. Crawford ends up with it. Luke Bryan nearly has it stolen. But it's knocked on at the base. Good pressure there from Vanderdrift, I think, on that ball. Just forced the knock on. And Bulls managed to get out of their own defensive half, but now they've turned it over. And we'll see Burnie with an opportunity to send it back down that way. Great driving from the Bulls. And they've won that one. Ball comes to O'Keefe. Been very good all day. Oh, an extra roll there. Lucky he gets away with it. And ill-directed pass here. But Bulls get it back. Haney scrapping. Ball now comes into the middle of the ground. Pushing it wide. Connell Kelly steps inside. Steps two. Then straightens up, bounces off. Good run from him. Stays on his feet. He's very good at maintaining his balance in that contact situation. Just you'd like to see him probably keep that ball in two hands and look to be able to offload. But he did very well there. Gold, not sure which way to go, so he gives it to that man O'Keefe, who's carrying it for about the 50th time. And beautiful hands from Crawford. Young down the sideline. Bundled into touch by Accusey, but great hands down there from the big fella Crawford. Nice work. Just got a bit scrappy around that one. And hopefully we'll have time. We've seen some substitutions here. Hayes has come off. Matt Young's come off. Owen DeHaan's on the field. And so is Huey Harris. Nice line-out win out there for Burnie, and the wide pass goes to Villa. He goes for the open field. And there's some speedsters out here. Akuzi, well taken out there by Badavudi. And eventually, though, Burnie win it. I'm going to come back. I don't know how they won that. Not sure what exactly what happened, but I think the penalty at the breakdown, Villa just wanted some clarification. Not rolling away by the look of that signal. We can just watch it here. Meantime, definitely diving over. Good pressure out there by the Emus, though, on the kick. Well done, though, by Badavudi to gather that one. So, close one here. 2 points in it. Burnie just with that lead. Line out comes scrappy, but Burnie get it. And eventually get the ball to ground and get some support around it and go to the ruck. Dean Wallace lying on top of someone. No, it might have been Bentley on top of somebody. Ball comes back. Villa with the kick. It's a good one, but it's not going to go out. Josh Gold covering back deep. Jamie Tanti now with some space. Gives the pass, and Connell Kelly didn't want it. Looked up. He saw that defender coming. And now Foliaki. Well stolen there by Luke Spring. We're going to come, I think, a knock on. Okay, scrum happening here. We're going to have a quick check of the scores in the other ground. So 12-10 here. Launceston, comfortable lead against the Stags. Still, they've gone further ahead there, 43-0. Hobart, comfortable leaders now over Harlequins, 21-5. And Taroona versus University. It's not a close one. 80 Taroona to 0 University, and that's not good news for the students. Meanwhile, back here, we've got a close one, and the Bulls again managed to grab the tight head scrum, and Tom Curtis hits it up, and we got an advantage here. And I think we might see a high tackle against possibly Penny Villa, and that'll be his second yellow card if that's what's coming. And he'll be off for the rest of the game if that's the case. While they had this conversation, I'll show you the replay. Just this shot here. Or was it? Might have been Dean Wallace. I'm not sure. So there's talk here. There's no yellow cards. And a lot of chatter happening out here to the referee, I think, but the penalty goes to the Bulls. And 3 points here. No, Brian, well, they're not confident in Brian's kick from there. However, his kicking for touch has been excellent. And this is a great chance for the Bulls. To peg this lead back. 2 points down. Burnie can't afford to give away a penalty here. They go wide. Who are they going to give it to? It's Tanti, who's deflected by Foliaki. And he's knocked it on. Tanti not happy there. Not sure what he's shaking his head about. Must have been a forward pass, actually. So they'll set the scrum. Just doing this movement as it came through here. The call was a forward pass from Tanti. Oh no, it was stripped, I think. Deemed loose, deemed to have been dropped. I think that may be why Tanti was looking, staring daggers at the referee. He didn't feel that was his knock on. Call stands, and it's a Burnie scrum. They've lost a couple though. They need to really cement their place here at this scrum because the Bulls are all over them, and they get out quickly. And the referee gets in the way, so they're going to have to do it again. It's not so much always a shame. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss him. He's wearing day glow out there, but Lee Howe couldn't get around him. And so we'll have a reset of that scrum, and they'll have to withhold another barrage of 8 Bulls, pushing them forward. Ball comes straight through, and well spotted out there by Jono Davis, who's actually, I think it may have been deemed to be out first. Certainly looked like it was still okay for Davis to reach his foot around. Very good work by him, but he referee sees it differently, and that it's come out the other side. So the Emus will get another shot at it. And he goes. More pressure from the Bulls. That needs to come out. Lee Howe gets it. He shovels it out this time to Foliaki, who kicks a wonky one back. It gets past Harris, but he'll gather it nicely. He's got Tanti inside him. The defensive lines come up. There's only 3 of them, though, and he gets past the first one. But a good tackling defence out there from the number 19 for Burnie. And now they take it forward to the Bulls. So here we go. Crawford with the dummy. Manages to find Dahan. He needs some help. The support's not running to him, but eventually Haney gets it. And Crawford runs here. You can hear him complaining. He cops a bit of a high one there. His head was down. And the Bulls, head of steam. They're going to be hard to stop with this last half. We know they're good finishers, the Bulls. They always finish strongly. And Burnie need to find something if they're going to get out of here. Nice hands by Dahan. Getting his hands on it a few times. Oh, so close. O'Keefe, can he score a second? There's a pole in the way. We can't see. Dahan bumps off Vanderdrift, but he has a second shot at him. It's close now. Gold dishes it back inside. We're not going to be able to see. Gold again. Of course they're going to score. It's going to be behind the post. Goes wide. Connell Kelly shoots forward. Looks for Donald. He's held up close. About 5 metres out. Gold has another go. Ducks back inside, but doesn't find any room. There's an advantage. They're going to come back. Side entry at the ruck or something. Yep. And the Bulls get a penalty. Holly Crawford, I don't know, framing his head might have been a Vogue dance there. He's just trying to do a bit of Madonna work around his head. I think he copped a high one when he went in earlier. Certainly had his head down low, but those hard to dodge those when you're tackling. But yeah, it certainly looked like there was a bit of a high shot on him. And hopefully the Bulls can take the ball away from this pole. They go to the back and misses, but Curtis takes it. The throw was straight. Good line-out throws out there between Hayes and Dahan. And Gold takes it now. They dish it out wide. Big hit on Dahan. We can't see it. Referee's flag is up. The assistant calls try. We couldn't see it. We're not going to be able to help with that one. There's a tent in the way. Burnie are having a yell. They're not happy with it. Interesting thought process there from the assistant. He's called it good, and the Bulls have taken the lead. Certainly a lot of words. The referee needs to get over there, just give the assistant a hand. He's copying it from the players, and that shouldn't happen. Bulls take the lead. Devonport just have had no real opportunities. Sorry, that Burnie haven't had many opportunities with the ball, and they need to get their hands on it and keep it. Conversely, the Bulls have just been really, really secure with this ball and just playing to their strengths. They're not trying to throw any silly passes, not trying to use too much of the width of the ground, and just running it infield, coming back to the short side. We know that's how they play well. Don't need to be flashy, and they finish well. So Burnie need to find something. Brian with the kick out wide. Doesn't make the two, so we've got a 3-point ball game. Unlike Rugby Park, where it's a 94-point lead to Taroona over University. Thinking that we've still got about potentially 15 minutes left on the clock here. That game is going to blow out, and that's sad to see, really, that that's the difference between our top and sixth place on the ladder, I think. And Launceston 53 to Glenorchy 0, and that's the difference between second and fifth on the ladder. So we do have a chasm between our top 4 and our bottom 4 in this competition, which is a shame. And then we come to this game between third and fourth on the ladder, and we're talking about 3 points in it. Great work there from Burnie. Won that ball. And they've gone the quick tap. So Moala makes a good 15 metres. Burnie now, can they turn this into some points? And a penalty advantage to them here. Getting close, inside the 5 metres, 3 away. Bentley having a look. He loves this, tongues out, dishes it off. Oh, the big run there. Lehau can't get there. Lamita now with it. So close, need to release. They try again on this blind side. They don't want to cross that line and be held up. We'll come back. That penalty's a long way out there. Burnie now, hungry for it. And they go the tap. Bentley looks to go wide. He does. Finds Wallace, who canters through the tackle of Donald, but doesn't make it any further. Ball's on the ground. Hands everywhere. And Moala. Lamita goes the other. Oh, he's close now. He's going to be over. Will they hold him up? I don't think he's going to score it. And he doesn't. And the Bulls will get the line drop out there. So good defence. Good defence. He was close. No. We're having a scrum. So my guess here is that the ball's deemed to have not crossed the line and unable to come out. So Bryden Lowry will come on for Sam O'Keefe. Sam, just outstanding game today from Sam. Great defence, and he carried the ball so many times. Exceptional play from him. Here we go. Can the Bulls hold out this Burnie team? It's turned cold here. We might see a little bit of rain soon. Certainly feeling like it. The Bulls scrum has been great. The ball's not in yet though, and we're not stable, and so it'll be free kick, and Bentley gives it off to Vanderdrift, who can't catch it. Luckily the tap was taken in the wrong place. Bentley tries again that way. Connell Kelly, he's got some pace, this man. He's going to get run down, I think. No, he's put it on. Unbelievable work from Hudson Connell Kelly. I was sure he was going to get run down, and he's crossed the 50-metre line at halfway and suddenly found another turn of pace, and he put it on, and unbelievable intercept, and what was soon potentially a try to Burnie has turned around, and on the replay we'll catch it shortly, but oh, what a run. What a run from Hudson Connell Kelly. So Devonport 20 now, Burnie 12. So back we go. Now an 8-point ball game. That's a nice buffer for the Bulls. More than a converted try. More than a converted try, and less than 10 minutes on the clock. Well-read play. It was interesting, that play with the tap that Bentley went that way to start with, and tried to give the pass to Vanderdrift, who dropped it, and then he got another shot at it and did the exact same thing, and the ball was intercepted. So Villa with the kick now. It's going to hit the ground here and bounces deep. Tanti grabs it, steps off his right foot, he's through the middle as well. Oh, here we go. He'll get past Dean Wallace, and look out. Tanti finds Dahan. Oh, baby! Dahan absolutely creamed by Sione Lehau, and he drops that forward. Dahan, oh dear, we need to watch that again, because Owen Dahan has come from nowhere to support in support play here. He was absolutely flying. You can see him there on the right of screen. He just drops off. Tanti slows down, he sees him, he throws the pass, and here we go. Kaboom! Unbelievable. I don't think Dahan had any idea that there was a defender out there. But seriously, Owen Dahan, hats off to you, mate. You are absolutely flying. He's back on his feet now, and just, you know, your hooker providing that kind of support play with the speed of Jamie Tanti. Well done, Owen. Unreal. Great tackle, Sione Lehau. Oh, my. We need to take a breather. So the ball's in the hands of the Emus now. Take a scrum here to let me calm down a little bit. Bulls have been good at the scrum. Ball comes to the back. They put the pressure on. It's not a ruck there. They could have kept playing on, but it's well done. And, Foliaki throws a wide one. It's no good. It's gone forward. Surely, no. Burnie keep it. And they go wide. Bentley dishes it off. Finds VR. Gets through the first line. Oh, he throws a shocker. And some dispute as to what's happening over here, but we have an assistant referee's call. Maybe high contact. I think it was maybe a little bit too far back for our replay. So the penalty goes, and Burnie take the tap. And this man's been powerhouse all day. Sione Lehau playing out of number 8. Griffiths goes to Foliaki, just dishes it off to Villa. Dean Wallace taken by Connell Kelly. He's having a good second half. And they settle. Ball goes slowly to Bentley. No one there to help him, so he finds Accusey at the back. Oh, he ducks through. Well done by Spring, and the support play's good. He finds Ale. Accusey gets in there again. He needs to get his hands on it. He pushes it out wide. Finds He's number 6 out there, and they're really moving forward now. Lamita gets there. I think that's held up there. Well done by, I think it's Dean Wallace. He's going to be penalised. No, it's Crawford. Oh, hard call there on Crawford. I don't think that ball had hit the ground. I think he had his hands on it fairly, but referee couldn't see. And now Moala. They need a try here, Burnie. They're very close. And penalty advantage. And Griffiths goes over. So it's now back to a 3-point ball game. And Bryden Lowry, bit of a thump in there. Needs to be careful. Burnie want to turn around and walk back because they don't want to soak up any time on the clock here. They need to get back and start the replay of this game if they're going to bridge this gap. It's 3 points in it. They want to be very quick with this kick. And I reckon, Bryden, can you point back at the referee? Just Lowry having words here, but he's not been carded. Haney's going to be stating, I think, what he saw as happening. But Lowry, don't think there was too much in that. But the kick to come. They don't want to take too long here because, as I said, not a lot of time on the clock. And they'd be better off getting back and scoring another try than taking too much time on this 2 points. That said, it becomes a 1-point ball game, in which case a penalty can win it for you. So there will be a replay after this, as in the game will restart. Sorry. Griffiths. Kick's no good. So there we go. Bulls don't really want to rush back here. I don't know. There's no rush for them. They've got the lead, and they don't want to provide time on this clock for Burnie to score. So take your time. And kick from Gold. Finds Lehau. He gets his head of steam up, but some good tackling out there from the Bulls. Take him down, still inside Burnie's half. Foliaki to Accusey. Via. He's got Wallace on his outside. He gives it back to Accusey, who can't take it. And it's been knocked on. Holds his hand up there, Accusey. He knew he should have caught that one. Well, the pass wasn't too bad from Via, the old 1-2 there. So the Bulls here with the chance to get their hands on the ball, soak up some time on the clock. Owen DeHaan there, just getting some of that mud out of the stops on the bottom of the boot. First half, on our clock, we only saw 40 minutes and 20 seconds, so not a lot of time on made in that first half. A few stoppages this half, but nothing particularly to get in the way of a short half. Bulls, Gold with the put in, easy win. He'll go to Connell Kelly. Oh, and he's dropped it, and it's turned over. And the referee's blown his whistle straight away. Didn't give any advantage there to Burnie. I think he just gave the pat on the shoulder of Griffiths and said, sorry, mate. Should have allowed that to play on. But we'll see Burnie with the put in the scrum and one last shot at it, I reckon. They need a try. And it's in. Great scrum from the Bulls. But Lehau goes blind. There's no one out there with him, though. And they're all over it. The support arrives. And they'll win this one back, Burnie. Can't see the ball under there, though. Oh, been taken around the blind. Good pressure at the breakdown from Devonport. And it may have been stolen. It has been. And can the Bulls get out of here? Oh, here we go. Penalty there against Luke Bryan going off his feet. Harsh. And Lee Howe's down. Villa has the ball in his hands, and we're going to have a stop of the clock. he's run, I don't know how many metres he would have run, but I'll tell you what, he's had the ball a lot today, has Sione, and he has been excellent. So what are the Bulls going to do? What's the option? They're going to go to the line, or are they going to go a tap? They go the tap, and they opt for Vio, who doesn't have anybody with him in the back line. He's a big unit, and he runs in, and they go to the ruck. Go left. Ali Lamita. 5 metre line just in front of him. Gets inside it. 4 metres out. I think that's Bryden Lowry not rolling out of the way. And another penalty. So another shot here. Villa! He's held up. Great defence by Crawford. And we're going to come back for the penalty. It's getting heated up down there. Lowry be lucky to stay on here. It's very much cynical play, not rolling out of the way here. And assistant referee's out on the field too. Referee wants to talk to both captains. It's getting silly out there. I see why though. Boys, tell your teams, behave. None of it. It's a penalty to Burnie. Great defence to hold Villa up there by Crawford underneath that one. Villa reckoned he'd scored it, but certainly looked like it had been held up from our side. And we'll go the tap. The referee hasn't said play yet. Moala with the ball. He doesn't want him to hold on to him as yet. You're going to try and get him over the line. Here we go. Oh, there's some strength. And he's got it down. There's no way that's held up. You can see it on the ground. Oh, are you kidding? Wow. That's a ball game. Called a win to Devonport. But we can have another look on the replay and see what you think. Jerry Scott thinks it was held up from 100 metres away. That ball, you look, we'll see it. There, it's on the ground. It's clearly on the ground from there. But the tail of the tape is the win goes to Devonport. And what a game. We've really had it all here. A couple of yellow cards to Burnie in the first half, but played out a amazing game there. And I'm sure both teams are going to watch that replay and zoom in and see where that ball was on the ground. I thought it looked good, but the referee didn't even want to come around and have a look. He's called it held up, unless there was some other indiscretion that we don't know about. And Devonport come away with a nail-biting win. So great game, great day's rugby out here at Emu Park. Thanks to the Burnie Club for putting the day on. We will see you next week from Launceston, I believe, where we have a double header with Taroona versus Launceston in men's Division 2 and 1. Last year's premiership match that was won by Launceston. Taroona won it in round 1 this year. Who will win it next week? We don't know. But right now, Taroona are currently 108. Oh, University have managed to score, which is great news for them. So Taroona 108 to University 7 and Launceston 67 to Glenorchy 0. So that's the tale of those games. And Hobart Hutchins Lions will win pretty easily over Harlequins 28-5. But we'll call it a day from here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.